We'll talk VRS, where we're at. All right. So let me go matches. So events that still matter for EU that have teams involved. Right, in EU for major ranking. Be HLC. Yeah. So stage 3 is confirmed. We knew that for a couple days now. Stage 2, it was BetBoom versus G2 inside of the other event. BetBoom lost, so they're now in stage 1, and Monty is guaranteed a stage 2 spot. It was a little back and forth, curious, unknown. If BetBoom would have beaten G2 or beat G2, whatever the word is, BetBoom would have been in stage 2. So Gamer Legion, BetBoom inside of stage 1 now. Bait, Heroic, and then we see Sinners, and now we see the jump from Big now over Alliance because of the win. So is Alliance fully out of the running right this second? Technically, no. Technically, Trottah, VRS guy tweet. Mischief. Okay. Mischief. Update. Out of the major race, Sinners back in the game. It looks like K27 can no longer overtake Sinners in the race. So with the latest results, yeah, Hotu and Amiga lost in quarterfinals. Yep, which has decreased their potential VRS in the semifinals to the point where they will no longer be able to pass as Sinners. Yeah, that's what I mean. Their only shot would be to claim the 10th place. But even still, that wouldn't be a guarantee. But yeah, that's why I was saying that WW beating Nemiga was actually like crazy when it came down to VRS. So like K27, their chance. So K27 basically, in order for them to make the major at this point, they not only have to win that event, but they also need to hope that like Big and FaZe, basically, Big would need to lose like instantaneously, and then FaZe would have to get knocked out later on. Sweating it? He's not sweating. No. Heroic or safe. I don't. There's no chance Heroic are out. There's no chance Heroic fall out of major. You watching FaZe games? I mean, I'm waiting right now for the schedule for tomorrow to come out for HLC, and like for the matches to get put on it and stuff. Oh, teams above Sinners are safe. Yes, everyone above Sinners is safe. These last 2 spots right now are what people are like hoping for. Alliance situation. So Big, if they continue, they're in a healthy spot, right? There is a chance, maybe. I think there is a chance, right, that Big and FaZe could take out Sinners. Alliance, that is low. For Alliance, they need to hope. Their goal, or their hope, I guess you could say, is Big lose in quarterfinals, and FaZe sure could maybe get 1 win, but then would have to just lose out. I'm pretty sure. Or if FaZe go to Grands or something, or if FaZe drop, go to 3rd place Cider and win, they maybe, I don't fully know, but like they're in a very very weird spot, because so Big in HLC finals, FaZe as well, they're on the opposite side of brackets. In my opinion, FaZe have a bit harder of a bracket as well, especially if they do have the opener versus Cybershock, which could be a tough one. How do you get this graph on HLTV? You go to like the VRS, the ranking area, then VRS invites in the top right. You click that, and then you can click each of the regions, and you can look down for a more explained one. FaZe have to win HLC to make the major. Okay. Alliance is not out yet. Tomorrow, once everything gets played out, tomorrow I am here from start to finish of the HLC Circuit X. If HLC is done for the day, After that, Circuit X, I'm going to see what the schedule's looking like. I'll try and see if I can get Passion UA versus Bessia in at least at some point to look into that, and we can talk and watch as much of it going down. I needed to have all the schedules laid out in front of me before I fully plan out my date tomorrow. My date? I don't have a date. The day tomorrow. And yeah, K27 just in a weird spot. It was the last day before cutoff anyway, so we'll know everything at the end of the day. Exactly. So then, choking PDL was brutal. It was really rough for them, yeah. It is cinema. I think if Big dropped to 3rd place and win it, they'll still be I think you're right, Jeff. I agree with you. I think you are right when it comes to that. Big are in a much, much healthier spot than FaZe are. Ketchup, I think regardless if FaZe make the major, they need to look into roster changes. Big need to win 2 more matches to confirm themselves. I think, see, here's the thing, right? I think the only weird thing that Big could possibly do right now to maybe choke would be if they win 1 quarterfinals matchup and then lose the semis matchup and the 3rd place decider. They still might be able to have enough points over Alliance. Maybe. But I will say that could be the weird instance. If Big can make guaranteed grand finals win or lose, they are 100% set. However, if they win a quarterfinals and possibly lose a semis and lose a 3rd place decider, maybe there's a chance they don't. I don't have that statistic. But more than likely, they might be safe. Trying to see the schedule for today. All right, for tomorrow's schedule is schedule. Okay, I'll take a look at that later a bit. Okay, so Big FaZe. Okay, so that basically wraps up for the most of EU. The teams that are actually in the situation that are quote unquote possibly getting in and not getting in would be like Sinners Alliance on hold, basically, to see if they can try and keep their spots or hope that people are in an interesting spot. But Sinners more safe than Alliance. And then teams fighting for those last spots would be a Big K27 in FaZe. However, K27 have less of a chance because of certain other teams winning, and they can't play versus the higher ranked teams. What's up with the FaZe? Did they have a chance, or did FaZe F it up? FaZe are in a really, really weird spot where they might just have to win HLC. The thing is, though, right? So, like, 1, 2, 3. I think if FaZe win out, they're just chilling. They'll make it, because that would be quarters, semis, grands. They would gain 30 points on the refresh for LAN wins, which would be 90 points. No, if FaZe win out, they're safe. If FaZe win out, they're safe. I don't, just because of LAN wins alone, because that LAN wins would bump them to 1491. And then if it's 1491 plus the pay thing, everything. The biggest if ever, no, that's not the largest if ever. There's just a lot of ifs about FaZe. But yeah, I would say one of the contingencies when it comes down to it is if they can find that, like if they can win it. And the thing is too, if Big also, if we do, because FaZe and I believe FaZe and Big are on opposite sides of bracket from what it seems like. If that is the case, right, and Big and FaZe are on opposite sides of the bracket, if it's a Big FaZe grand final and FaZe beat Big, both of them take the last 2 spots for the major. This standing is with Big winning HLC and FaZe second place, and K27 winning over 1 win. It's incredibly close. 2 points between Sinners K27. This sim is with all events completed, so assuming certain results in other events, don't know if results could push a few points. One thing is for sure, K27 Sinners have a chance. They'd need HLC, not finish FaZe big. Okay. Oh, this says FaZe losing finals. Oh, I thought it was if they win finals. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Mm. The FaZe have to win the tourney to qualify? No, let me go to Liquipedia really quick. Yeah, so FaZe basically just have to just win. As Broken plays Nikados. Go hard. Alliance K27 and Sinners are cooked, I fear. Sinners is in a semi-healthy spot. The issue is they're just sitting in the water. Sucks face. Love to hear Kerrigan's speech before tomorrow. That'd be interesting what they have to say. Sinners has a shot. Alliance much less likely. Literally what Chipson said. They need face stickers. They have to make it. Maybe on a different major. I don't this yeah. It's just kind of cooked. I mean, so that's basically what we're looking like for EU's current situation between the 5 teams fighting for the last spot, although 2 of them kind of just held back and I mean, Sinner's in a better situation, of course, than right now. Alliance are just kind of sitting and waiting. Why did it take so long to put up a schedule? I don't know. I've been refreshing HLTV. All right, so let's take a look at Americas now. So let me open up Circuit X bracket. So although let me open up 2 brackets. Let me open up Circuit X and let me open up Urban Riga. For NA, Liquid wants the Gaming Gliders to lose. They need winner. Bestia, Passion. Yes. So Pain is safe, super up there now with points off some wins and stuff. That doesn't really Pain doesn't really matter. Like they're in stage 2. M80, NRG, Sharks safe. I literally, so basically what it is top 8 are safe. Top 8 from MIBR above is safe. And the question is these last 2 spots. Now, if Gaming Gladiators wins one of their next 2 series, whether it's their semifinals tonight versus Bounty Hunters, or whether they go to the lower bracket or play the 3rd place decider, They'll have 2 chances. They'll have 1 chance today and a chance tomorrow. If they win one of those series, they're in. And then because of them being in, so if they double lose, they're out. And that, because they're out, that means Liquid is safe. But if Gaming Gladiators win one of these next 2 series they're in, they are safe into the major, and it's the Liquid spot that either Bestia or Passion are hunting for tomorrow, which they have a head-to-head tomorrow. Well, wait a second. Wait. Does Gaming... Oh, wait, no, I just cooked myself. Never mind. Does Gaming Gladiators not get more points for prize money in the end, or is that included? I'm pretty sure inside of ranking details when you look at this, and we looked at it earlier too. Wait. Wait, projected prize pool isn't shown for Circuit X. Oh wait, no, yeah, Urban Riga. Wait, I'm stupid. Wait, but it's not. Wait, what's the payout split? Not bounty collected. Oh, which one was it? Oh, it's here. It was here. Okay, so it is. It right now it's simulating points if they went out at 4th. If they lost inside of the yeah. Pacifics. Who wins the whole event? I think MIBR drop as well as GG overtakes them. No. Yeah, so Gaming Gladiators would overtake them, but like that wouldn't drop MIBR out of the race due to the fact that they'd still be above Liquid. And Liquid would be lower. It's the same situation. If Gaming Gladiators wins out, right? If they get over MIBR and Liquid would be in the same situation as EU as Sinners Alliance. So when is the lineup for HLC tomorrow coming out? We're waiting on that now. Hopefully, I assume soon. Mischief just tweeted that Liquid have over 50%, but barely. So I'm assuming Liquid's Kailu could possibly gain more weight, but like 50%. I mean, so if Gaming Gladiators wins tonight though versus Bounty Hunters, which is a high probability in my opinion. Where's Passion Bestia? I'm kind of mid, to be honest. Bounty, I think Bounty does have a chance there. If Bestia wins, they're cooked now. Passion gives them so much. So regardless on, well, wait, how much? No, not the team I wanted to click at. All right, Bestia, for example. If Gaming Gladiators wins, that they're either tonight semis, 3rd place deciders. Gaming Gladiators safe. They are safe either way, because they'd also will help with prize pooling and everything to get them up. Liquid is then reliant on Bestia Passion, and not only Bestia Passion, but those are the 2 strongest teams inside of Urban Riga, and their head-to-head could also be good. Now, the question I have... So, the reason why that's... So, just off land wins alone, off land win refreshes, if Passion wins, like, right? Like, Passion just wins out the event, they'll get 60 points, plus head-to-head versus Bestia. I mean, yeah, no, that would overtake Liquid. That would overtake, and then Bestie is in the same plus the prize earnings and everything, and then so basically whoever wins Bestia versus Passion, if they win the event, and if Gaming Gladiators wins one of their two matchups, either tonight or tomorrow, Liquid is out. And then that would mean Gaming Gladiators and either Passion and or Bestia can be at the major. Either Passion or Bestia wins the finals and Gaming Gladiators win one of the two. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Sorry with all respect. You're good, Doc. Phaser's still up. Well, that's EU. Okay, one more time from the start. Okay, one more time from the start, chat. One more time. One more time, okay? If Gaming Gladiators can pull off the semifinal tonight versus Bounty Hunters, or if they lose that, a third place decider, if they win that matchup, Gaming Gladiators in the major. And then that would guarantee Liquid at 10th for a second. For a second. The reason I'm saying that is because Bestia versus Passion, they have the chance to knock Liquid just out of the major completely. They're going to be playing in the semifinal matchup tomorrow at Urban Riga. They would have to win versus one another there. But then also, either of them would then have to win the grand finals. Yes. Yes. That. Not Regon. No, not Regon. VRS doesn't talk, by the way. VRS is a concept, not a person. I hope that helps. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Base will get 24 points for beating Cybershock, and Big gets 7 for beating X0 Tenacity. Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, Phaser also, like, what, lower ranked at this point than Big? No, Vizzle, no. Nope. It will be on YouTube. Either of these teams lose to Tricked or Sangle? Hanging out. I mean, Tricked has looked good, though. I missed your EU explanation. Is Alliance fully eliminated, or they have a chance if FaZe and Big lose out? They have a chance if FaZe and Big lose out, and if K27 does not win the CIS LAN. Like Alliance can, like Big would have to, I think, just lose out right away. FaZe could possibly get one of the wins, but then lose inside of third place decider. I don't even know if that would make them safe. Maybe if they even won third place decider. I think FaZe is still out of the major. I think FaZe is the only way to make the major is just winning. Like what we said. And Cyber's a good team. Yeah. No ifs or buts. FaZe just have to do it. So if FaZe does not win HLC, they're cooked. Big is pretty okay at the point that they're currently at. I'll go back to it one more time. I don't know if they have LAN refreshes. I don't think they do. Oh, they even have some LAN refreshes. I think Big at this point are pretty safe. But if they win their quarterfinal matchup versus X0 Tenacity, Alliance would jump back over them. If Big win one matchup, they're in. And that would not get Alliance. If FaZe win the event, they're in. Like, so yeah, it's like just complete random fuckingness. FaZe will win, will lose Trottah, no need to worry. Just did a simulator of Magic beating Big in semifinals and winning the event, and Big still qualified. Yeah, no, if Big make it to like grands, they're fine. I think if they even won third place decider, they might also make it there too. You're asking me, Chase? Chase, I'm wrapping up for the day because it's a really long day tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be like a 18 possibly hour day. All right, one last thing. We'll do a quick wrap up and look at the Asia region. We haven't been following along that journey so much. I know there's been some shit posted on Twitter and stuff. I don't have any confirmation, so I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. That's all I'm gonna say. Linvision jumped up. Tyloo jumped up. This is it. No, this is the major. There's actually nothing to look at. This is the major. Mongols are fine, and then yeah. The only people still play are Linvision, Tyloo, win or lose. If Linvision loses that, they're much higher above Semper Fi because of their land wins. Yeah, no, this is the major. That's it. Europe, we touch base on Europe. Donzi. I think Asia's locked in, but yeah, the order could be different. Yeah. Am I mentally prepared for the final day? No. No, I'm not. I'm not. Like, theoretically, if FaZe wanted to switch regions, how many players from that region would they have to need? Just curious. So that's a question that could be answered a lot of different ways, dependent on if, like, what. So, for example, for FaZe, what region would you try and put them to? Like FaZe, but like, the short answer is how many? It would have to be 3, but it could be 2. Say for NA, they would need 3, unless you pick up a player from South Africa. And then you would need 2 NA, 1 player from there. And then there you go. No. Not 3 more UFO. Not 3 more, but 3 total. Or you can have 2 and a player from South Africa. I got you. FaZe video title from major dropouts to major finalists. I just want to know how they do that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird situation when it comes down to it, but yeah. And they would need to play 5 officials with the roster, yes. And then, yeah. That's good, Metal. Australia CS gets no love from Valve. Yeah, I don't really like NA either. Like, what's the most successful major page? Godberry, they made it through stage 1 last year. They 3 out. A Cinderella run would be cinema. Bro, you know what? Do you know what I just thought in my head, dude? Imagine tomorrow, FaZe versus Big grand final, and Big wins.